Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We have quite a bit going on that I don't know if you know about some of the other things that are happening because there's so many things that are happening at one time. The whole goal is to overwhelm you so that you don't, you know, so that you don't, can't keep up, either give up or just bury your head in the sand and hope that everything goes away. But it doesn't. That's not the reality of life, right? It's not going to just go away. You got to deal with problems head on, and until you deal with them head on, it doesn't change anything. So that's why I like to tell you guys about things that I know about, that I learn about, especially that the media doesn't talk about, the mainstream media, and understand the mainstream media isn't going to talk about it because they're owned by the very rich people, large corporations that don't want you to pay attention. Good morning, user 229. Good morning to you. Good morning to all of you. Hey, Cedric, good morning to you. Happy Friday, y'all. We made it. We made it. Okay? That's something to be happy about. Every day that you get to wake up is another day to get it right. So whatever you didn't get right yesterday, you can get right today. Okay? Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Lois. Good morning. I say good morning, Cedric. Good morning, Bobo. Yeah, Bozo. Yeah, MAGA doesn't care what the king does, but guess what? MAGA's gonna be. This is the saving grace that you guys have. When MAGA starts begging for help, ignore them. Just say, I hope you have the life that you voted for. That's what you do. What you don't do is spend your time arguing with those people. Because I'm about to tell y'all some other stuff that's happening, especially, again, this is Republican territory. If you live in Alabama, I don't know if you knew your government had did this. If you live in Alabama, Republican states are something. That's the only thing I can say. Republican This is what I'll go back to. You know how Republicans have been telling you for decades, vote for us, we're for small government, we're for freedom. This quote that you see up here, Trump said this the other day when he signed an EO saying that atheists were terrorists. Because if you choose not to believe in God, you don't have a freedom to do that. Good morning. Yeah, you don't have the freedom to not believe in God. Not only do you have to believe, you got to believe in the God we tell you to believe in, the religion we tell you to believe in. That's that big government. Remember, don't tread on me, Republicans. Well, your government treading all over your ass. How come y'all so quiet? Okay, all right. You say, I just heard Trump didn't win the Nobel Prize. Yeah, he didn't win. Him lost. Y'all know why he won a Nobel Peace Prize so bad, right? Because Barack got one. He ain't gonna get one. He stayed running in that black man's shadow. Well, he not really running. He really, because Pawpaw's foot's are swollen. He not running. He walking gingerly, but not fast. Yep, I said what I said. He's walking gingerly, yeah, waddling, yeah, things like that. But this is what's supposed to be strength. Remember they said, what was it? Sleepy Joe. Look at Droopy Dawn. Look at Droopy Dawn. Now, I need you to understand your president is about to go have another checkup at Walter Reed. He just had one in April. And in April, they told you that they confirmed again for some strange reason, as if we would believe it a second time, that he was 6'2", 230 pounds. That's what they claimed in April. Okay. It's no way you got that level of swelling on your ankles and your foots and you 230 pounds. It's just no way. It's no way. It's no way. No, Walter Reed's going to be told to lie, and they're going to lie. So your president is going back again for another checkup at Walter Reed, and I wonder why. If he's the healthiest president we've ever had in our lives, why does his ass keep going back to Walter Reed for so many fucking checkups? You know why? Because You right, Click. Trump is my daddy. That's why I clicked your ass on out of here. Thirsty boots. I would tell you to get a job, but I know ain't no skill set there. I hope y'all know you can't put trolling on your resume. You can't put trolling on your resume. It's not a skill. Okay? Nobody's going to hire you to troll. Not at all. Because, see, in order to be an effective trolling, you have to be good at grammar. You got to know the difference between two, T-O, and two, T-O-O. They're not the same thing. Contrary to what some of you may believe, they're two different things. You know, like your Y-O-U-R and your Y-O-U-R apostrophe R-E. Yeah, it's not the same thing. It's kind of like when you say you all versus y'all, it's not the same thing. No, Marcus, I'm not letting you in, Thirsty Boots. So thirsty. Please, somebody listen to me say stupid shit, please. No, Marcus, what you did get was Dad's boot. I blocked you and booted you. I ain't MAGA always begging me, please listen to me, please. No, there's nothing nobody can tell me with 6 teeth in their mouth that I want to hear. Nothing. Because I know the entire conversation is going to smell funny anyway. So there's nothing you could tell me. Good morning, Zarvis. They always want our attention, lady. They need to. Y'all got to understand, MAGA needs validation. They're like Trump. They need validation. These people haven't been validated since high school. Some of them have never been validated. They ain't even validated by their own damn family. Even their own families are like, man, get out of here. You ain't about shit. So then why would you expect me to think you about something? I told you, MAGA. I have talked to conservatives on my live before. People have been to my lives. They've seen me do it. But the thing is this, I don't talk to all of you and I'm not required to. Ain't that what y'all say? We don't have to listen to nobody. Liberal tears. We say whatever we want. Well, so do I. Duh. Good Friday morning to each and every one of you. I appreciate you being here this morning. It's Friday. We made it. It's the end of the week. I thank you for being here. Now, while you're here, I only ask you to do a couple things while you're here, right? Now, tapping is clapping. Tap that like button for me. Help a sister out, please. It helps to boost the live, right? And the other thing I ask you to do is tap that copy link button. Copy link counts as a share. You don't have to send it to anybody, but it helps TikTok boost the live. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support and viewing today. You said, I think they love you because you're honest and they not even, yeah, that. But I'm going to tell you something that I figured out. A lot of Americans, especially conservative Americans, they like being talked to. It's like an abusive relationship. Most Americans, y'all have an abusive relationship with your government. The worse it treats you, the more you love it. When your government treats you with respect, treats you like a human being, y'all don't appreciate it. Y'all don't appreciate it. Think about it. When you had the Obama administration, hey, good morning, Chef Cece. When you had the Obama administration, where they were actually working for you, y'all didn't appreciate it. Y'all walked all over it. Talk shit about your government. Said it was trash. When you get a government that lies to you, abuses you, tramples on your rights, y'all in love. The shit is weird. Y'all a different breed of folk. I wasn't raised to gravitate toward things that don't like me. But America has a relationship with the things that hate it. Just all you got to do, just look. When you have a government that works, you pay it no mind. When your government expresses wholeheartedly, we don't really like y'all. We just want you to vote for us and keep us in jobs. Y'all love that shit hand over fist. Blame yourselves. No, you don't. You ain't got more freedom of speech now. Look, if you had more freedom of speech, then you wouldn't hide behind a 57 follower account. Dad's boot. You got more freedom of speech, but you too punk ass to come on your own account. Okay. Just like conservative. We got more freedom of speech, but I'm going to come on my troll account because I'm too damn scared to talk with my own face. You don't want me to see that dirty ass trailer in the back? Why not? Why not? You don't want us to see that dirty ass trailer in the back. Personally, I'm happy at some of the Trump stuff that Trump has done. You know why? Because it takes food and money out the mouths of conservatives. So I love the shit personally. I want you to wallow in your poverty and beg online for me to come roll up in the comments on your GoFundMe and say, don't give this person shit. They're a patriot. Patriots don't need your money. So me personally, that's how I think. You know, that's how I think. Like, I'm going to give y'all some news that maybe some of you didn't know that I'm extremely excited about because it means Republican states got to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and stop being welfare queens. And I'm excited about it because all those conservatives going, states' rights, states' rights. When the next storm comes, don't you dare go fucking knocking on Washington's door begging for money, okay? Because you shouldn't get none of my money. None of y'all's tax money should go to lift up conservative communities. That's socialism. And they don't like socialism. Remember? They hate free money. So FEMA has canceled $11 billion in disaster payments to states. Just so y'all know. Yeah, they took that funding. While y'all busy paying attention to all this other shit that's distracting you. Yeah, they took $11 billion in disaster payments away from states, even Republican states, like North Carolina, Texas, you know. Now, this was money that Congress had already appropriated and had planned to give to 45 states in the final 2 months of the fiscal year that ended September 30th. But the federal government Trump took that money back. FEMA said it shifted it to fiscal year 2026. It moved the money. This has never been done before, but they just moved that money. Okay? Okay? So when your community has an extreme weather event and nobody shows up to help you, well, that's your government at work, right? Yep, so he can build that raggedy ass ballroom he gonna build. So Droopy Don can sit in the corner and be sleep in his diaper. Because y'all know your president wears diapers. He's 79. 79. And he doesn't wear diapers because he's 79. He wears diapers because he eats McDonald's all day. I keep telling you, Trump can't fight for you when the hardest fight he fights all day is his bowels. How Trump gonna fight for you when he fight for his bowels all day? Oh, look at Painter Man. I think Painter Man's another unemployed white guy across America. Bye, beloved. Him got 97 followers. He couldn't even break a cool 100 to try to troll. Oh, poor little baby. Aw. You know why, Zach, they miss the spray? They don't miss the spray tan on the ears. They figure you won't pay attention. You'll be too mesmerized by all of the orange shit that you see in your face. You see? I'm disrespectful and shameful. Okay, well, fuck you. You only have 64 followers. You couldn't even get 100 followers. Damn. So why would I keep listening to you? Blocked. Listen to conservatives. Oh, they're mad. They mad this morning. Why won't she? I'm upset. I come on this live where this Negro woman is, and I report her to the TikToks because she talks about the man I dream about while I'm laying in bed next to my wife. Happy Friday, everybody. MAGA is crap. You know they don't like when I talk about Droopy Don. Look at how he's sagging. Look at him. I can't even do it. But you know, when I see it, you know what it make me think about? Shoulder lean, shoulder lean, shoulder lean, shoulder lean, hey, maybe shoulder lean, hey. Look at him. That's what it make me think about when I see it. You know? He look like somebody paw that as soon as he sit down, he gonna fall asleep. See? He gonna fall asleep. Look at him. He probably have to have a handkerchief in his hand for that drool that comes out the side of his mouth when it's sagging like that. See that? It's like that. Mm-hmm. Greatest president in history. Supposedly, he weighs 230 pounds and he's 6'3". This guy's supposed to be NFL bound. Okay. All right. Anybody ever seen anybody on an NFL football team that looks like this? I don't think so. So who won the Nobel Prize? I can tell you, Brown, it wasn't Trump. Trump's never going to get a Nobel Peace Prize. He's not peaceful. If the Nobel Prize Committee gave Donald Trump a Nobel Peace Prize, it basically just invalidates the value of a Nobel Peace Prize, right? It invalidates it. What would be the point in giving it away anymore? Because you've already shown it's full of shit, right? So they can give it to Trump if they want to. They've essentially taken themselves out of a job, right? Because at that point, you might as well give one to Vladimir Putin. You understand? You might as well give one to Xi Jinping. You understand? Oh, man, Obama has swag. That's why Trump be in his feelings, y'all. Y'all didn't know. Our current president wears bell bottoms. You know why Trump wears bell bottoms? You know why? Trump wears bell bottoms because of the simple fact that he got fluid in his ankles. He don't want you to see how thick them trotters are right now. That's what it is. Trump don't want you to see them trotters. Y'all got to understand. These trotters are thick, baby. Thick. Now, we're about to go into another story I'm going to tell y'all about. Now, before I do, I want to remind you, don't forget, we have an uncensored, unfiltered live this morning. It happens following this live. That uncensored live event happens on Patreon. Patreon on Friday is Freebie Fridays. So if you're not a member of Patreon already, come on over. It's Freebie Friday. You get to be a part of that live event for free, and we have a great fucking time. We get to say what we want and do what we want. But I need trolls to listen. See, if you come, I'll block you there too. Yeah. So it doesn't change anything, right? It doesn't change anything. And according to Deebs, and I'll read this because I didn't read it earlier. The Nobel Prize winner is Maria Corina Machado. Mm-hmm. So I love that the Nobel Prize Committee not only didn't give Donald Trump a Nobel Peace Prize, they also gave it to a woman. That sound you hear are the angels in Republican heaven laughing their ass off. They're like, gotta be quicker than that. See, he thinks he can be violent and do a couple of little bit of stuff at the same time that looks like he's trying to do something. That shit not gonna work. That shit isn't gonna work. Bye, David. When you step your pussy up and get at least 100 followers, you can come back. I don't let no sassy ass conservative men in here come in here and talk shit to me. Go talking to your wife. She'll listen. See, this isn't a place where I listen and I don't judge. I listen, I judge, and I talk shit. Uh-huh. I'm not like the Obamas. When they say they go low, we go high. Not me. When you go low, I take it all the way to hell, and you're going to beg me to stop. Right? You're going to try to tap out. Please stop. And I'm going to say, oh, no. We just getting started. You know my motto. You might see me in the streets, but shorty, you don't know me. Listen. You better leave me alone. If you know what I know, right? If you know what I know, you better leave me alone. Because you're going to cry. What they say, he going to cry in the car. Okay? I grew up in the hood. I know how to play dozens. I know all that stuff, okay? So I grew up in a time when you had to be really good with your tongue. You had to know how to book back verbally, right? And then if it resulted in a fight, you also had to know how to throw those hands, but you also had to know how to take an ass whooping sometimes. Not be no punk ass person like a lot of y'all are now. Can't take an ass whooping, so you're so quick to pull something out. What Pop say from Friday? You're so quick to pick up a pew pew. Well, he didn't really say pew pew, but y'all know what I mean. We gotta say it like that on TikTok. TikTok don't let you say shit. Now, as before we get into the next segment, right? Which means I'm gonna switch my image, right? I'm gonna stop for a second because I do something that I know don't nobody else do here on the TikToks, right? We stopping for a short commercial break, right? Because y'all know we do that here, right? Thank you, studio audience. I appreciate you for laughing along. Listen. If you're gonna be angry and you're gonna try to own the libs and you wanna, you know, get liberals in order, what you can't do is try to do that and look real ashen, look like you lack color and lack energy. Let me tell you something. Liquid vitamins help you keep that energy. Oh, dang it. I forgot to link it. Look, let me link it so y'all can look at the product. I did that. So y'all can take a look at it. So I just added it. Yep, gotta make my money, baby. Cause Donald Trump took my job. He let an immigrant like Elon Musk take my job. So a sister hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Listen, keep your energy and your motivation to do things. Liquid B12, I take this daily. And then you got your D3 and K2 that includes your MCT oil. This is really helpful too if you work out. So if you know you need to take your vitamins, especially when you're getting older. You MAGAs, y'all on my live and stuff like that, y'all talk so much shit, take your vitamins. Take your vitamins because Trump done cut your Medicare, right? He done cut your Medicaid. Take your vitamins so you don't look so ashen and so barren, okay? So check it out. I think it's something that you guys might need, all right? Yeah. So now, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming, okay? So let me find the picture for our next piece. Oh, I wanted to say something too. I showed y'all this yesterday. So those of you, I have a picture. I have a picture of Trump's last colonoscopy. And I think this is one of the problems that he's having. You see here? You see? Look at Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham and most conservative men are all up in Trump's colon. And this is why y'all don't see no real leadership in Congress. They're all in Trump's colon. How you can't lead from a colon, right? You can't lead from a colon. This is where we are. Lindsey Graham, anybody call me? Anybody need me to vote on something for President Trump? Well, he's right there. This is why your government is still shut down. This is why Republicans in Congress in the House can't show up to compromise with Democrats because they're in Trump's colon, right? It's just that's why. That's why Trump is so irritable. That's exactly why. That's exactly why. If he did a cleanse, it'd be different. That's why he needs to take. Look, these vitamins. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. These vitamins are going to keep you regular. If Trump had these liquid vitamins, he could shit Lindsey right on out. He could literally shit him right on out. That's why Trump walks the way he does. That's probably why he's retaining fluid. Yeah. That's probably why he's retaining fluid. He's full of Republican elected officials. Oh God. MAGA, they hate when I do these things. But most conservative men, this is where they are. I'm sorry, Kiki. I'm sorry, beloved. Thank you, Anna. But this is where most conservative men lie. This is why when you are around conservative men, you're like, why do I smell shit? Because they just came out of Trump's colon. That's why. That's why. So the next time you're around conservative men and you smell that funny smell, well, that's called They just came out of Trump's colon. This is where we are, folks. Now we got another. I'm switching because now I'm allowing little Stephen Miller to be there for a while. No, Trump don't wipe. No, he does. He wipes his ass with the Constitution. Think about it. Think about everything that's happened. He wipes his ass with the Constitution. That's what happens. Now, I want to tell you about something else that's going on that I don't know if you know about. So, those of you who live in Alabama, anybody in here from Alabama, I want to tell you about what your state is doing. About what your state has done, rather, because it already did it. But I want to tell you about what Zarvis, you're in Alabama. Well. Okay, let me go to let me find the article. Okay. Let's see, where is it? Because I saw it this morning and was like, oh, I'm gonna even do a video about it today because I know most people don't know that Alabama did this. So Alabama passed this law, right? And in Alabama, what they have done is they have a 10% tax. It's called a sin tax, S-I-N, like a sin, like in the Bible, sin. Follow my logic here. Alabama has implemented a sin tax on corn websites. Yep. And they say that 10% tax is to offset the harm that they think that those types of websites would cause to children. Well, they didn't think about the free ones, Kim. See, Kim, you're using common sense and logic. Stop it. We're talking about conservative politics here. We're not talking about common sense and logic, Kim. Stop. Here you go again with all those shenanigans. Cut it out. Okay? Now listen. You ain't supposed to try to make sense of the nonsensical, Kim. Cut it out. Now, Alabama lawmakers passed this. Now, it requires that any websites for stuff like that have to verify that users are at least 18 years old, which websites already were doing anyway, right? So, if this bill passed unanimously in Alabama, because they feel like these websites affect the development of children, not clean water. Not food, because remember I told y'all in Alabama, they're about to run out of money for WIC, right? So fuck feeding the babies and the infants and the children and their mamas. This is their biggest concern, okay? All right. So they also feel like these websites break down relationships. This is your party of small government. All up in your business. I'm just telling y'all what it says. So the new tax took effect September 1st of this year. Now, companies are going to pay 10% of gross receipts for sales, memberships, subscriptions, performances, and any other activities based in that state. In July, the Alabama Department of Revenue posted a notice telling the companies how to register to pay the tax. Now, Alabama will not disclose the names of the companies that have registered or say how many companies have registered because of confidentiality requirements. They're full of shit. I got that being a big fat zero. Not one company registered. I wouldn't. I would just stop my website from being accessible to people in Alabama. Boom. Problem solved. Fuck, I look like giving you money. Because my thing is this. If what the sites are, what they're calling immoral, why would you want to take immoral money and put it into government? Okay. I tell you this, a surefire way to get American men to lose their shit is to take their access to shit like that. Okay? You want to overthrow the government? Keep letting them shut down websites like that and see what happened with men in America, the amount of frustration. You combine that with women, stop sharing your body with these men in America. Why you don't share your body? Because you ain't got no control over your body in America. The government has supreme control. So because the government has supreme control, you need to be more cognizant of what you're doing with your body, because if you don't, you're going to set yourself up. You're going to set yourself up. Pay attention. Pay attention. Now, supposedly, the first set of payments are due on October 20th. We're going to see how much money Alabama actually raises. They claim the money is going to go to the Alabama Department of Mental Health for the care and treatment of people with behavioral needs, including prevention, treatment, and recovery services and supports. I know they're lying because Alabama don't give a fuck about none of that shit. No money is going to go to that whatsoever. They're lying. They say, I hear repeatedly that we need to fund mental health and we have mental issues. And I think that they think that those websites cause mental health issues. I disagree. I say it's church. I say it's radical religion that causes it. If you want me to keep it all the way a buck, that's really what's causing it. The indoctrination of people in fucking religion. But they don't want to deal with that part because religion is also how they control you, see. So if they tell you that religion is also going to mess up your mental, then, well, by golly, we can't control you and keep getting money for that building fund for that building we're never going to fucking build. And while you're suffering, trying to figure out how to pay your bills, feed your kids, pastor's buying a new Cadillac, telling you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Man, y'all can keep listening to that shit if you want to. You can keep listening to that shit if you want to. And that's real talk. You can keep listening to it if you want to. But I'm telling you, it ain't going to get you nowhere. Not at all. It ain't going to get you nowhere. So that's why I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. Real talk. Don't do it. But that's where we are, America. This is where we are right now. And I would say that I'm expecting something different. I don't. But when I read this story about Alabama, I was like, yo, first of all, Alabama don't give a damn about none of that stuff. They don't care. Alabama don't care about that. It doesn't care about that at all. But they try to pretend that they do. They don't care at all. Don't let them play with you. All of this is designed, honestly, it seems to me, to keep everybody in check as much as possible. Do y'all understand that? This is about keeping people in check as much as possible. I'm sorry. I was doing something. My bad. I didn't mean to do that. I was looking for something. My bad, you guys. I didn't mean to pause the screen. I'm just steady talking, thinking that y'all could see what could still hear me, but you couldn't. Now I want to tell you something else too. Now y'all know yesterday it came out about Israel and the deal overseas that they're working on. But did y'all know that America's sending some troops over there? Notice how they don't tell you that part. They don't tell you that part out loud. We're sending bodies over there too. Mm-hmm. They don't tell you that part. But I thought before the election, they said they didn't want to vote for Kamala because they were tired of fighting everybody else's wars. I told y'all. Tired of fighting everybody else's wars, my ass. I told y'all. I told y'all. Told you. Look, we done started mess with everybody hippo, and now we ain't got no allies. Now we don't have no allies. Oh, something else that happened too. Now, did you guys hear that video or see that video when Mike Johnson was on C-SPAN and he was taking questions? And this lady called in. She's a military wife, and she's saying she has two children. Hey, Lori, good morning. She has two children that are, medically vulnerable, and they can't afford to miss no paychecks. And, they've got to, her and her family, they can't afford to miss nothing. And she's very disappointed in what's happening and that the government shut down. And she went through all of this hoopla with Mike Johnson, right? And Mike Johnson essentially looked at her and said, I don't care, bitch. Mike, because I'm going to do a video on that too, but it's going to be a parody video. Because also what she said was, because she said, can't y'all just pass a bill to pay the military? She's essentially saying, I don't give a fuck about all the suffering you're doing to everybody else. What about me and my family? Well, guess what? Mike Johnson said, fuck you too, lady. He don't care about your family. And quiet as kept, I don't give a shit about her family either, because she don't care about nobody else. Her ass is selfish. So fuck her too. So Mike Johnson essentially said to her, fuck her. He ain't give a damn. And guess what happened yesterday? Mike Johnson rejected a bill for the U.S. military to get paid while the shutdown is happening. Boom. They don't care. And guess what that lady gonna do? She gonna still vote Republican. Yep, she voted for Trump, and she'll still vote Republican, even though they'll stop her from being able to take care of her damn kids properly. So I don't give a shit about her talking all that stuff. My husband, he's serving and he's stressed about it. Nobody gives a shit. Donald Trump already told y'all that if you serve in the military, that makes you a fool. He don't have no respect for the military. He sees you as toy soldiers. So why y'all expected anything different from Donald Trump is amazing to me. She's getting what she voted for. I told y'all, Republicans they vote for Republicans, but they love for Democrats to save them from conservative policies. This time you can't be saved. This time you get all the policies. There is nobody to save you this time. Y'all fucked this time. Oh well. Mike Johnson said, I'm not paying no military people. And I agree with that. If you're going to shut down the government, shut it all down. I don't know where I put it. Yeah, shut it all down. Real talk. Because until military has to keep working and not getting paid, imagine being a National Guard member. You had a paying job for them to call you up, transport you to a city to do lawn work, and you not even getting paid. Can you imagine how mad and frustrated you would be as a National Guardsman? They took you from your paying job to go do shit for the government for free. You ain't even getting paid, but you spending money every day to take care of yourself in this high-ass, inflated-ass economy that Donald Trump created. Wake up, y'all. Rich people don't care about you. Y'all fought so hard before the election so rich people could get another tax cut. You fought so hard. You did all that fighting for nothing. Because at the end of it all, y'all didn't end up with shit. At the end of it all, you ended up with absolutely, positively nothing. But when again, when I saw that thing last night with Mike Johnson, I was just like, it didn't surprise me, but I was also like, good. I'm glad that he don't give a shit. I'm glad that he doesn't care. I'm glad. I am glad because until people start feeling the brunt of their decisions, and honestly, her vote shows she don't give a shit about her kids. That lady was full of shit because if she cared about her kids, she never would have voted for Trump. Boom. I don't care nothing about it. You say, and they end your assignment on day 29 and restart on day 31. Wow. Yep, she thought she was exempt. No, she not. She ain't exempt. She thought she was. But that's why my mindset is fuck her. Whatever happens to her and her family because they can't pay their bills is on her and her husband if they voted for it because they voted for this shit. Now there's another change that has happened, right? And I told people about this yesterday. There's a couple things I want to tell y'all, but first I'm gonna tell you one of the things that I told you about yesterday. There are a lot of changes in the tax code. They just did a change the other day. See, a lot of these things are distractions so you don't pay attention to all the changes and shit. I just want you to know a lot of it's just designed to keep you from paying attention to all the changes. So many things are changing and happening at one time that by the time you're able to even figure out what's happening, it's too late. It's already happened. It's done, right? It's already done. And you won't even remember and won't even notice it. Okay, I talked about this yesterday about taxes, but I'm going to tell you again because this affects a lot of people. When it comes to your earned income credit, that you get for having children, the max in 2026 is going to be $8,231, but you got to have 3+ children to get that. Now, the good thing is the government is going to make sure that you can get more tax-free money, right? They're going to make sure you get more tax-free money, but there's a caveat to that. Well, say your grandpa, your daddy dies, and he leaves you $15 million in 2026, where you will have to pay zero taxes on $15 million. Isn't that awesome, y'all? Yeah, rich people don't have to pay anything. Nope, not no more. Not no more. Yep, not no more. But the transit and parking stuff, your monthly cap is going to be $340 max. Yep. Yep. So if you have to pay to park for work and it costs you more than $340 a month, well, oh well, suck it up, baby. Because you can only write off $340 max, right? Hey, Rising Sun, go make me a sandwich. Thank you. If you're going to come in loving Trump, you need to go cook something. Yeah, New York parking is ridiculous. So what the fuck you going to do with a $340 a month cap? You ain't saving no money. But listen, feel good in your heart knowing that if you buy a private jet, you can write it all off. See, that's how it works. Yep. If you bought a private jet, you could just write it all off. So it doesn't matter that you can't write off all your parking. Who cares? Parking is for poor people. Rich people own parking garages. They don't pay. Right? Y'all gonna learn. Okay? Now, your health flex spending account. So the salary reduction cap is at $3,400. That's what they're going to give you in 2026. But you can only carry over $680. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Isn't that something? Isn't that crazy, right? That sounds like, are y'all tired of winning yet? Hold up, but let's not stop there. I'm going to tell you where else you're winning. Okay? Now, if you make about $50,000 a year, you're going to pay 22% in taxes. Federal government said, give me that money. If you make $105,000, 105, $700,000, you're going to pay 24% tax rate. Yep. You're going to pay a 24% tax rate. If you make $201,775 a year, you're going to pay a 32% tax rate. Yep. Government going to eat up all your money. And they got rid of the social programs. And they closing the Department of Education. So they said, fuck your kids. Now you're going to have stupid kids too. This is what your government doing. If you make $256,225, you pay 35% tax. If you make $640,000, you pay 37% tax. Now the married households, you're gonna pay you get to make up to $768,000, but you're gonna pay 37% tax. The rich people got a permanent tax cut. Ours went up because somebody has to pay. Y'all gonna learn. Hell, if you're owing a lot with taxes right now, it's because of the Trump tax plan. That's why you owe so much in taxes. Yeah. A huge increase, Crystal. Hey, Moni, good morning. So, I don't know about y'all, but I would be upset by this. This would bother me. Get this, employer provided child care credit. In 2026, the max credit jumps to $500,000 for businesses that provide child care to their employees. Or they'll give $600,000 for eligible small businesses. Quick question. Anybody with a small business in here spending $600,000 a year for child care for your employees? I'll wait. Of course not. Y'all tired of winning yet? I just want to know if you're tired of winning. Because I would be tired right about now. This shit would bother me that this is the reality in America now. It would bother me. Quiet is kept. The big companies and tech firms, they don't pay for free child care for their employees either. They don't. Now, I wonder if really, I just thought about something. Google has a child care facility on campus at Google, right? And it made me think, I wonder if companies will be able to write off the staff, the supplies, write that shit off. That's crazy. Wow. But then they cap you out on what you can do. Facebook don't give free child care. No. Places like Facebook and Google have a child care facility on campus, but they do not provide free care. No. 20 years ago they did. Not no more. They changed that shit. Yep, and corporations are people too. I forgot about that. And I told y'all, corporations, because of Citizens United, corporations are people too. And because corporations are people too, they're more important than you. Yeah, they are. In case you didn't know that, corporations are more important than you because they pay more into the system. See? That's how government looks at it now. You don't have as much value as a corporation because right? You don't put money in the pockets of your elected officials. You don't keep them in well, I was about to say you don't keep them in jobs that they don't do nothing, but actually you are the person that keeps them in the job. See, the corporation can't vote for them. But what the corporation can do, oh, look at Billy. Billy says I'm miserable. Why are you here with me, Billy, if I'm so miserable? You want to be with me, Billy, because I smell good, don't you? I got to block you because I can tell Billy that you don't. I can smell that you don't use no wash rags. Billy all up in this live, all with his feelings hurt. You're a miserable person. Damn, Billy. That would almost hurt me if I cared about what you thought about me. Oh. I'm not one of those people that care about what other people think about me. Who do you think I am, a conservative? Conservatives are always crying all the time. I saw a post yesterday like that on the internet. Why do liberals stop being friends with conservatives over politics? It's ridiculous. It ain't ridiculous. I'm grown. I ain't got to be your fucking friend. And since when did y'all whine about people not wanting to be your damn friend? Since when? You're a grown ass adult. Go make new friends. Like, the fuck? Y'all are weird. Why won't they talk to me and be my friend no more? Maybe because you said you hate anybody that don't look like you? Duh. Duh. All right. It's time to take a quick segue real quick. Y'all already know what time it is, right? Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time. If you've been in my lives before, you know what time it is. It's time for a quick commercial break. Listen, if you running from this thing to that thing, you running from this Trump rally to that Trump rally, I know that car smelling a little questionable. It's smelling like toes. If people get in your car and it smells like feet, you have a problem. It's time for you to get that car smelling better. You got these 4-pack of car air fresheners that will make your car smell better. And specifically, I told y'all, this one specifically, sweater season, smells like Creed. I know, MAGA, for some of you, you'll never be able to afford Creed. This is the closest that you're going to get. I say buy this 4-pack of air fresheners and dab a little bit behind your ears. I'm sure Mildred's going to say, hey, Tom, you came in here smelling like a good old Cadillac. What you got on? Car air freshener. That smells delicious. You know? I love these fresheners too. These are some good fresheners. But for me, sweater season does smell like Creed. It really does. I'm joking and shit like that. But this shit does smell like Creed to me. Don't dab it behind your ears. Especially only if you're MAGA. Dab it behind you. But they say a little dab will do you. Right? But your car smells like feet and toes, right? And everybody smells it. They just don't say nothing to you. Or it smells like dog, right? But either way, your car stinks. So you need to get this 4-pack of car air fresheners so your car don't keep stinking, right? Now, this segment is sponsored by car air fresheners. Stop that toe smell in your car. All right? Now, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Now, hold on. It's Friday, so I got to find one of my favorite pictures. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, you guys. Y'all know I had to find my dude this morning. Find my dude this morning. I had to find him for the second portion of the show. I had to find Don Tiger King Trump. Don Tiger King Trump. Now I want to tell y'all about something else. Like I told y'all about the tax stuff this morning. Thank you all so much. I appreciate that. Now, something else I want to tell you. Now, y'all know this stuff is going on. I put up a video this morning about COVID, right? Because I talked about this yesterday. Because we talked about it over on Patreon yesterday. But there were 1,600, like 1,599, which you might as well say 1,600 deaths in September from the 19, right? 1,200 of them were in America. 1,200. Watch my most recent video. I show you the stats. I went on WHO website yesterday and looked it up. Now, just so y'all know, not only is COVID still around, right? The bird flu is back. Oh, bird flu back too. It's spreading again. Yep, it's spreading again. And the cases are spiking earlier than expected. So listen, beef is already sky high. Chicken already went up. You need to get ready and prepared for chicken to continue to climb, for egg prices to continue to climb. I say all that to say to you, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. I'm telling you, stock up on shit so you already have it. Yep, chicken and egg prices are going to go up again. Chicken and egg prices are going to go up again. So if you know what I know, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. That's one of the reasons why I like to have these conversations with y'all, to let you know about what you should be doing. Man, it's cold. It must be cold outside today. Is it cold outside today? Because it is nippy in my house. Jesus. I am freezing. Yep, order your N95 mask. But bird flu is spreading again to geese, ducks, cranes are spreading it. And as these birds travel, other birds are going to get it. Iowa already has confirmed their first confirmed positive was last week. The case was on a turkey farm. And November's next month. Man, I'm in Charles County, E Rich, and it's cold. It's nippy. Listen. So just so y'all know, it's too early to say what the effects will be on egg prices or chicken, but y'all know the manufacturer is going to use this as an excuse to raise prices. You already know how it works. Doesn't matter if it impacts the supply. They're going to use it as a way to just pad their prices, pad their pockets, and make you pay more and get less. So since you already know that, stock up and be ready. Because back in March, the average price for a dozen of eggs in the US peaked at $6. $6 for a dozen of eggs. Exactly, Zarvis. They're going to raise the prices regardless. So I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you, get prepared. Get prepared. Because if you're prepared, you don't have to worry about it. But worry about it. Now we're going to talk about RFK in the 10 o'clock segment. At 10 o'clock, we're going to be talking on Patreon. And if you want to be a part of that unfiltered discussion, come on over and join us. Today is Freebie Friday, so everybody gets to be a part of the live. Oh, a nor'easter is hitting the East Coast. I feel it. I feel it. Now, y'all saw me put up an image earlier that said Trump said we took free speech away. Trump did say that. I make a lot of jokes and fun, but y'all need to pay attention. If you're an atheist, Trump said you're a terrorist because you don't believe in God. Now, Trump don't believe either. Remember 2 Corinthians? Listen, I'm a Buddhist and I know they don't say it like that at church. I know better, right? But now you're an enemy of the state. I told y'all yesterday about the guy in Tennessee who's been arrested for posting a meme about Trump. That man is still in jail. He has a $2 million bond. He's still in jail. He has a $2 million bond. Yeah, go look it up. They said that he was inciting violence and all these other things. And guess what he posted? Trump's own words. He got arrested. Tennessee says they take threats seriously. He didn't threaten nobody. $2 million bond. Y'all better pay attention. Ain't no free speech. Republicans don't believe in free speech. They don't even believe in free talk, free thought. I've been telling y'all, you're only free to believe in what the fuck they tell you to believe in. You're only free to say what they tell you you can say. That's it. You're not free to do nothing else. That's it. That's all you're free to do. Sarah, I just freed you. Go cook something. Go have a baby. Go have a baby by a conservative baby. Be a housewife. Hey, you ain't gonna come in here talking that much. I don't like that shit. That's unnerving to me. I told you I'm not like the others. I ain't that pressed for engagement. Like the fuck? I ain't that pressed for engagement, okay? But I want y'all to hear Trump's own words that he said. You know, because people love to say, oh, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. They lie on him. He didn't say that. Link is in my bio, Troy. That's how you find it. Freebie Friday. That's how you find it. Link's right in my bio. Now, listen to what Trump said.
Assaulted in Portland by a flag burning mob, and we've made it 1 year penalty for inciting riots. Took the freedom of speech away because that's been through the courts, and the court said you have freedom of speech. But what has happened is when they burn a flag, it agitates and irritates crowds. I've never seen anything like it on both sides, and you end up with riots. So we're going on that basis.
Now, you heard him, right? We got rid of free speech. You don't even have the freedom to burn a flag when it's your constitutional freedom and right to do so. That is actually the proper way to dispose of a flag, is to burn it. But you're not allowed to burn it. You're not allowed to say things that they don't like because it hurts this old man's feelings. He soils his diaper when you say something he don't like. This is Republican America. See? See? Kelly, go make a sandwich. Don't nobody give a fuck about what you gotta say. Get the fuck out of here. See how not nice I am. See how not nice. See how I booted that ass. Oh, she talked all loud and shit. Shut the fuck up, Kelly. You know she over there like, oh, I can't believe she talked to me like that. And did. And did. And I do it again too. Because, Kelly, I know that's your husband coming in on your account. So, fuck him and fuck you too, Kelly girl. They get so sensitive and did. And I do it again. Oh, Kim, say it again. Trump gonna take MAGA's pew-pews. See, MAGA thinks, that's what I find so interesting. So many people, especially MAGA, they thought all this time they would say, you're going to have to pry my pew-pew from my cold, unalive hands. Well, the government will do that. They're going to do that. But that's what's next. Because if you think for 1 second that this guy is going to let you rise up against him when he ain't got the ankles and foots to fight you, you got another thing coming, baby. You know why they keep coming for me, Moni? Because they love me. Conservative men are weirdly attracted to me. And I'm not attracted to people that don't use washcloths. They come into a room and everybody's like, what is that smell? It is skin. Dirty fucking skin. That's what that smell is. Dirty skin and dirty fucking clothes. That's what it is. It's like, when the last time you changed them damn sheets? When the last time you changed your pillowcase? You got all this work and this business for me. How about you have business for that fucking that fucking washing machine? Put them sheets in there, that pillowcase in there. You know? I try not to be this person. They make me this way, Moni. Every time I try to leave, something keeps holding me back, me back. Every time I try to be a better person, they make it hard for me to be a better person. Matter of fact, MAGA told me to be a better person was weak. For me to have empathy and compassion for them was weak. So fuck them. I don't have no empathy, no compassion. I'm on my Charlie Kirk shit right now. Yeah, I'm on my Charlie Kirk shit right now. Yeah, I don't have no compassion, no empathy. Man, Scope, I know they tired of winning. I get tired of pointing out how much they've won, right? Every time the farmers, I'm sorry, this brings a tear to my eye. Oh my God. Every time the farmers in Iowa and Nebraska and Kansas and Kentucky cry and say they need help because they're going to lose their family farm, it's the most beautiful shit I've ever seen. Oh my God. Oh, it's some of the most beautiful shit I've ever seen in my life. I'm always like, thank you, God. Right? That's how I feel. I can't speak for y'all. But every time I see them cry, what are we gonna do? You're gonna go fucking homeless. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go get a fucking apartment, okay? That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do, Billy Bob. That's what you're gonna do, Trisha. And you're also gonna shut the fuck up, because I can't watch my good internet programming with hearing all that crying and shit. They can't rent an RV, Kimberly. Their credit's bad. They can't. They can't rent an RV. They can barely rent a carpet cleaner, let alone an RV. I'm mean? Oh, okay. You know how mean I really am? Mean enough to boot your black ass. Listen, understand. Even if you send ones that look like me, I'll boot them too. Because, see, I was taught just because they look like me don't mean they for me. Okay? I told y'all MAGA loves socialism. That's why that lady called C-SPAN the other day begging Mike Johnson for money. I'm so glad Mike Johnson said, bitch, if you don't get your ass off this phone. Didn't he look so unbothered when he was answering her question? He was like this. He was essentially smiling while he was saying, starve, bitch. Mike Johnson was like, she talking about, oh, I don't know what my kids are going to do. I don't know what. Mike Johnson's like, well, this ain't really my fucking problem, bitch. I make 200 and something thousand a year. Me and my family are living fucking well. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm trying to go to lunch after this, and frankly, I have thoughts of Ruth's Chris. I don't give a shit about the poor. He ain't give a shit. He went right back to the Hill and blocked that damn bill to pay the military. He don't care. Mike Johnson doesn't care. He doesn't care, and he's never cared. The Republican Party has figured out they don't have to care because Republican voters are stupid enough to keep voting for him. Care for what? I don't have to. All I got to do is pull out these couple of trigger words: trans, Black Lives Matter, liberals, drag queens, because it's a couple of trigger words. You say these certain things, Republicans are just going to show up and vote against their own best interest. It is what it is. You say it's crazy voting against something that helps you. I if farmers could not know food stamps, well, farmers don't know food stamps can help them for one simple reason, because they're stupid. That's why they're stupid, and they vote against their own best interests. And farmers are welfare queens. See, when you're a welfare queen, because see, listen, this is how Republicans talk about welfare queens. So have a great Friday too, Linda. This is how Republicans talk about welfare queens. If you are a welfare queen, you just always expect government to give you something, and that's farmers. Farmers are always standing around with their hands out, expecting government to give them something. And these same farmers will look at you and tell you you don't work hard enough and expect you to give up more of your tax dollars to them. But you know, my thought process with that is this. If farming was so lucrative, you wouldn't need government handouts, right? Maybe farming isn't lucrative for small businesses anymore. Maybe small family farms don't have a place in the American economy. Maybe you need to go get a real job or open up another type of business. But if the only way your farm is able to stay in business is through government subsidies, you shouldn't be in business anyway. You're a welfare queen. That's what I like to remind conservatives of consistently. Yep, you're a welfare queen. Because if you can't do those things, you shouldn't be in business. Yep, but they do get mad about the ACA, but that's different. You know why they get mad about the ACA books to inspire? Because the money that goes towards that, they figure that's money they could have gotten. See? They selfish as fuck. They don't care about nobody but themselves. Nobody. Okay? Okay? Just so you know. It is becoming harder and harder and harder for them to keep up the facade because Republican policies take their freedom, take their voice, take their money, destroy their communities. They don't have much options left. You know? Because honestly, they voted to hurt all the rest of us. That's really what MAGA voted for. They voted to hurt us. That's what they voted for. But it didn't work out the way they had anticipated. Because now they're getting fucked royally. Royally. Mike, you don't have enough followers to talk to me about anything. Bye, beloved. Das Boot. Don't forget to write. Before Mike's life, listen, when you come to my live, life comes at you fast. Life comes at you fast in this live. So if you come popping up talking shit, you'll be here and gone. It'll be like what they say. What's that song used to be? Voila, magic. Voila, magic. That's me. That's me. I'm a magician too. I'm like Houdini. Uh-huh. I am the deporter in chief. Yeah, he is. Look, wrong hand. You saw that? Man, I used to love that song too, Amber. I haven't sung it in here in quite a second. But when old Mike popped up, I moonwalked his ass right on out of here. The nerve, thinking you gonna come in here and talk that mess to me. Not even. I won't allow it. I won't allow it. Thank you so much, Kimmy. Came in just talking. Oh no, Democrat, not up in here. Now I don't know if I have any Neil Young fans in here. I'm not a Neil Young fan, but I know about Neil Young because I know a lot of older people that like Neil Young. But Neil Young pulled all his music off of Amazon. He pulled everything off of Amazon. He said he is no longer supporting Amazon because Bezos supports the government and it does not support you or me. He pulled all his shit. All of it. None of his projects are on there. If you want Neil Young music, you cannot get it from Amazon anymore. And other artists need to follow suit. Boycott Amazon. They really need to. They really need to. I was just trying to see something. I saw something real quick. But they really need to do that. I respect when even rich people speak up about what's happening, as do I. But you know what's crazy? Even when rich people speak up against it, there are still some poor working class people that are still like, nope, 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 that can't be true. Like, the fuck is going on? I remember when Dave Chappelle said he was in line to vote, and people were all excited about voting for Donald Trump. And he said he was confused because he was like, nothing Trump is doing gonna help them. That shit gonna help me. Richard Gere was for Bad Bunny. Awesome. I love it. I love it. Y'all see that the Speaker of the House said he didn't think Bad Bunny was appropriate, and that he felt like I forget the country guy. We sick of that shit. No disrespect, that shit be boring. The country music, the country artists that I do be wanting them to have, they don't have. You understand? I like me personally. I used to love me some fucking Reba McEntire. They ain't gonna have Reba, cause Reba older now, so they not gonna have Reba McEntire. I used to love me some Reba McEntire. I used to love me some. Who's the lady? I feel like a woman. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I used to love me some her too. They ain't gonna have her on there because she's older now. She's not like the fatty in thing. Yeah, Shania Twain. I used to love me some damn Shania Twain. They ain't gonna have Shania Twain on there. They ain't gonna have Willie Nelson because Willie Nelson is not a MAGA, so they ain't gonna have Willie Nelson on there. You understand? So they're not gonna have them. Yeah, they ain't gonna have no Keith Urban. Nope, they ain't gonna have none of that type of shit. We're gonna always get quiet as kept. I love me some fucking Megan Trainor. They ain't gonna even have Megan Trainor on there. So I don't want to see none of that shit. Cause all the rest of that shit is boring country. Yeah, I would love to see. Well, we saw Dolly Parton though before, but Dolly did a video no day before on the 8th, because people tried to say Dolly was about to die, and Dolly said, "Here I am." Like, the fuck? Dolly, like, hold the fuck up. Now y'all trying to kill me. I'm not dead. Now y'all need to cut it the fuck out. Now I'm not feeling 100, but I'm doing okay. Just give me some time. I'm getting myself together. So Dolly's recovering from something right now, so she can't perform. Yeah, he said Lee Greenwood. Oh, but it's Lee Green. That lets you know he don't even listen to it. That means people ain't even listening to it. I had to boot another person. Somebody came in. They ain't Bob. Shut up. You got 40 followers. Ain't nobody listening to you. Yeah, so there are other artists that people would like to see, but they ain't gonna put them up there. Yeah, they ain't gonna put them up there, and that's a fact. You know, I had you in a tizzy thinking she was in the upper room. Zach Bryan is the country singer. Ah, okay. Yeah, so MAGA's all. But remember, MAGA told you that cancel culture is bad. Did y'all forget that cancel culture is bad? Because I didn't forget about that. That cancel culture is bad. Remember they said that? It's bad to cancel people. It's bad. You supposed to have the freedom to let people say and do what they want. Now MAGA running around trying to cancel everything they can. Because anything they don't like is supposed to be canceled. Anything you don't like, you're supposed to suck it up and accept that shit. Because they do things on purpose just to get a fucking rise out of you. The entire goal is to piss you off and to make you crash out. That's the whole goal. And when these people don't get the space and the freedom to do that, that makes them, it incites a whole lot of anger with these folks. Do you understand? That's who y'all dealing with when you're dealing with MAGA. Don't try to make sense of the nonsensical with these people anymore. We don't need another country. You know why they want another country singer, Diana? Really, why they want it? Because most of them are not bilingual, except if you call. Well, see, this is the thing. Most Americans don't even speak English properly. That's the first thing. So they have an issue with the fact that Spanish is going to get spoken at the Super Bowl and they don't understand it and they couldn't understand another language. Oh, thank y'all so much for the 125,000 likes. I appreciate that. That's why they really upset. They don't know how to speak another language. They barely speak English. So that's why they're upset. Yep, and especially with and yeah, oh, I noticed how they only name white singers with the country. I'm gonna tell you who they would love. They would love fucking Carrie Underwood. They would love if Carrie Underwood got her ass up there with that horrible, boring ass music she does. And I used to like Carrie Underwood on American Idol, but her music is trash. I said what I said. Her music is trash. It's boring as fuck. Okay? I'd rather watch a sloth walk across the street than listen to fucking Carrie Underwood. That shit is boring. She is it's like that anytime a Carrie Underwood song come on, you might well put me the fuck to sleep. That shit is boring. Now, as we wrap up, y'all see that I'm gonna talk about this in the live this one because I'm gonna run out of time over on Patreon. Y'all see how Taylor Swift is being sued. Did y'all see how Taylor Swift is being sued, beloved? By not one, but two families. The Jackson family is suing her. Uh-huh. And the Pixies are suing her too. For music, baby. They said Miss Girl, her chickens. Listen, this ain't the first time Taylor's been accused of stealing. But this time, oh, they all the way in on Miss Taylor. They said, oh no, bitch, you ain't stealing nothing else. That's it for your ass. That's it. This time, bitch, you gonna pay. They doing her like they did Robin Thicke. Listen. That means somebody in Republican haven't heard us. The last thing we need is a fucking Taylor Swift album while Pumpkin Spice is out. They gonna go fucking insane. You got Taylor Swift, and they able to get pumpkin spice on every fucking thing. Them ladies are gonna go fucking wild. They're gonna lose their fucking minds. They're like, oh my God, Becca. Oh my God. We've got Taylor and a pumpkin spice latte. Dang, I hit the wrong button. She's being sued for, I think the song they're trying to say she riffed off of is Jackson 5's I Want You Back. They're saying that song her song sounds too much like I Want You Back. Too much, and you know that's an iconic song. You can't steal no shit like that. That song is way noticeable. Honey, Taylor's in a bit of a pickle, beloved. Oh, they not, because the Jackson family got money. They got money. Okay? Oh, and the Pixies are suing her too. Because the Pixies are saying that she riffed off one of the Pixies' more famous songs. The song called Wood by the Pixies. She's fucked. She got two sets of people coming for her ass. Yep, the Jackson family got that old money. So she about to pay. Okay? Oh, I heard her horrible version of September. She had it sounded like October. It sounded very pumpkin spicy. That's like me trying to do rap being all formal, you know. Like what? Like, huh? Yeah. Yeah, you can't do, no, it's not September. That's October. Trust me. Yeah, the Jackson family still makes money. So the Jackson family ain't about to let anybody else touch on their shit like Taylor's trying to do. But Taylor got sued, beloved. Or she's about to, by both of those families. So listen, I appreciate you all for joining me this morning. Look, we got 132,000 likes. We had a great time this morning, okay? Don't forget I told you, if you got that toe smell, well, let me fix this. If you got that toe smell in your car, you need these air fresheners that are attached to the live, you need to get them and get that toe smell out your car, okay? Don't forget to do that. Then don't forget, we're about to get started over on uh, Patreon this morning with our unfiltered live discussion. It's Freebie Friday. So if you're interested in being a part of Freebie Friday and coming over and having and being a part of this fun show where we can talk about whatever the hell we want and don't have to do pew pew and unalive and all that other stuff, come on over because I know that you would have a great time. I appreciate you all being here. I want you to have a beautiful and blessed Friday. Okay. Note that I love you. Before I wrap up, I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. Number 1, because I do this in every live, and I want y'all all to have a beautiful day. Number 1, beautiful, my dog is Charlie. Thank you, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful Lori. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate that. Number 3, beautiful Stacy D. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 4, beautiful Kiana D. Thank you so much, beautiful. And then number 5, handsome Russ Nelson. Thank you so much, handsome. And then I want to do a special shout out to Kimmy, 1937. Thank you so much, beautiful. I also want to say, listen, have a great day on purpose today, right? I might be back at 5 o'clock p.m. live at 5, but it depends because I got to get some work done on my car today. So it depends on how long that takes today. Um, I love you guys. I appreciate you being here with me this morning. And just remember this, don't let nobody live rent free in your head. Uh, don't feed the trolls, and you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. I see you over on Patreon. Peace and hair grease. Have a great Friday.